Okay, so today's been very interesting. I'm gonna try and kind of wing this video. Didn't write anything down, didn't choreograph it or anything. Of course, I don't really do that for any of my videos. Anyways, today was interesting because I kind of started off weird. There's one thing that happened that I don't really want to talk about, just because I haven't fully assessed it yet. But it started off the day very interesting. The bigger thing that I'd like to talk about today is regarding people down here. Now, my biggest interaction that I have is with my coworkers, and I can't really get a grasp on why people are, well, I should say why my coworkers are the way they are. But the way that I can most closely relate it to is almost like a small town syndrome, or I don't know what that's actually called. But when I was living in Lodi with my mom, and I went and hung out with my girlfriend at the time, and all the friends there, it seemed that the reason why that they did what they did, or simply that, did what they did, is because it was too small. There really wasn't anything to do, and so we looked for things to do. Getting in trouble or drinking, smoking. I didn't do that, but it was always the story that I kept hearing: drinking, smoking, sex, thievery. It's just like, this is why they're all doing this, because it's a small town. Lodi is almost kind of like wine country. You've got let's see here. You've got I-5 and 99 on either side of the city, and then you've just got crops all the way around it, and nothing really in between aside from the city. It's a very small town. I used to bike it all the time. But specifically, getting back to coworkers, I don't really like talking about relationship type stuff with my coworkers. At least not these coworkers. Firstly, because I'm not in a relationship. But I keep getting asked about a certain someone who I have met recently, and so it's almost like I don't really know what to say, because first of all, it's them, and I know what they do and what I guess their personality is when it comes to women, or what have you. But I don't know, it's just weird to me, because almost all the guys there are in relationships, and yet they talk in ways that I'm like, are you serious? Why are you talking like that? Or, how could you possibly act like that? Now, I don't think that any of them are unfaithful, so I'll give them that. But and I'm not trying to chastise them about their past, about what they've done and what have you. But it seems to me that they're clinging to it, clinging to this, I don't know what to call it. I don't know, childlike, immature, past, about being able to get whatever they wanted, get with whoever they wanted. Not only that, there's a young lady who works at a local sushi place here, who I first met at a different sushi place, and there was a reason why she quit that sushi place and started working at a different one. In any case, she's just an acquaintance, nobody I know. I don't even know her first name, but they went to sushi and they came back, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, blah 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 was talking about you," and I'm like, what do you mean talking about me? And they were like, oh, she was asking, who's that little white boy or whatever, and I'm like, okay. And so I kind of like knew where this was going. And so one of my coworkers was like, hey, you want me to, have you hang out with her or whatever? And I was like, no, I'm good. And then one of my other coworkers was like, that coworker over there has been with her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, my goodness, really? And I didn't, doubt that at all, just because it almost seems that, and I'm not saying, everybody's, a virgin, okay? I know I'm not a virgin, I lost mine in a very respectable manner. I was in a relationship. I loved that person, and I'll always hold on to that. But it just seems that I left a city where I knew that I was kind of in a rut, and I was allowing things to happen. Really wasn't in any relationship. And so I started thinking to myself, I was like, what am I doing regarding, relationships or sexual relations, and I was like, it doesn't feel right. So that was one of the big reasons why I left. And I gave up a lot. I feel that now that I'm here, and I've been here for almost 8 months, probably about almost going on 9 months, it just seems to me that I think I gave up more than what I'm getting. At least on that aspect, when it comes to relationships and the social network. But I'm also going to give it a chance. Just because I haven't really ventured out yet. I've tried. I've met some good people. So maybe it's just, maybe it's just my coworkers. And I'm trying to stay away from hanging out with them just because I don't know where it will lead. And I don't think that it will lead in a place that's positive for me. It might be fun, but I think that they would want to see me get with someone, that their aim would be, I don't know, for me to nail a chick. Okay, I'm not interested in just sex. Sorry to say. Let's see. I mean, not only that, I think one of the positive things about me, having moved is focusing on myself. And it took me a little bit to realize that, having been here for a little while. And I'm registered for school, full-time. Still getting some stuff squared away with that. But I don't know, I'm pretty comfortable knowing that I'm working towards something. And so I'm not exactly looking for a relationship. And so when it comes to my coworkers, I interact with my coworkers, but when it comes to certain specific things that they try to engage in conversation with me, I just look at them. And I really don't tell them much. I'll even beat around the bush. I'll lie. I'll say oh yeah, this and this happened, or blah 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 blah. I don't need them to know what's going on in my life, especially on that front. So I don't know. Today was very off. It was confusing me. It started out very poorly. It was just, I don't know. There was a strange aura, is the best way I can put it. And then on the way to work, there was something that I probably could have gotten in an accident right on my bike to work today. It was almost as if I wasn't there. It wasn't in my body at all. And when I realized that, I almost snapped back, and I almost, kind of swerved a little bit. But I was contemplating, what had already, started off my day with, and I was coasting. When I ride to work, it's I go up one street, and then I go down the long street, straight to work. And it's under 2 miles. I don't know exactly how far it is, but I coast to work. And so, I don't know if it's like too philosophical for some people, but I almost felt like I was on a train ride, or a bus route, or a plane, you know. I was on a set of tracks, you know, just going in a direction that I wasn't controlling where I was going. And so I felt controlled instead of being in control. And so the start of my day was very, very dark, full of confusion. My brain just didn't seem focused, and that's partially because I really didn't feel like I was there, which, based off of things that I know and understand, that's very dangerous, because you, as an entity, not being there means you aren't there, or that you are empty. Your vessel's empty, which can lead to different things that I guess I could talk about later. But I don't know. Today overall was just fucking weird. Pardon my language. One other thing. One of the friends that I've had for a long time has, quote-unquote, burned me. Basically taken me out of their life. At first I didn't understand. I almost want to say that there's a positive side to that, and there's a negative side. Firstly, they took me out, but then tried to contact me within that 2-week period of time between them deleting me on Facebook and saying what they needed to say, and when they tried to hit me up. So firstly, I was like, okay, what do they really want? Do they want me in their life? You know, because it was public. You know, it was like, you are no longer my friend, publicly, okay? And then a text comes in saying, hey. So I questioned it. So I asked. I was like, what do you want? So, I don't know, it was just very strange. And the conversation ended poorly too. You know, it was just, I don't know. It could have panned out better. I was trying to think compassionately. I was trying to think I should just talk to her. You know, not try to attack. And I opted not to. You know, I did kind of attack. I was trying to get her to realize what she was doing. You know. I don't know. Today's been like a roller coaster. And I could almost say that my head is still spinning. But at least I feel like I'm here, you know, like I'm actually in my body, not just like... Anyways. That's that. That's all I really wanted to talk about. I probably missed a few things, but it's all good. In any case, this is Scuffle time. It's been like forever since I posted a video. So, if you have any questions, concerns, whatever, just tag me. In any case, I'm off for the night, so deuces. Take care, guys.